Hey man, it's cold out here, y'all. I'm showing 22 degrees on my truck. I'm gonna pan the camera around and just show you what it's showing on the on my thermostat. So let me switch the camera around. Look at that, 22 degrees.
Damn. I'm sorry.
Perfect.
So it's a cold one this morning here inside of the enclosed trailer, and I'm just gonna get set up before I turn everything on. Just gonna pan the camera around. There's the vent fan that I put in. If you guys missed the video and want to check it out, I'm gonna leave a link where you guys can check out the link how I install these vent fans here in the enclosed trailer. So I'm gonna show you what I got going on. But it's cold. There it is. Okay. Now the thing about my diesel heater is that it'll actually show you the temperature. It'll show you the temperature on the control module. So I'm going to hook up the battery, and we're going to compare the temperature on the control module to the temperature that's on my thermostat, and then we're going to turn it on and see how long it takes to actually heat up. And we're going to turn this thing on. Okay, I can do it with the remote, or I can do it with the module. I'm just going to use I'm going to hit the power button on the module. And we're going to look at the temperature. It's showing 14 degrees. Okay, it's showing 14 degrees in here. And if we compare it, 10, 2, and 2, that's 14. So it's actually 14 degrees.
Damn. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's 14 degrees here in this enclosed trailer. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on and let it boot up and see how long it takes to heat this enclosed trailer. Okay, so here's the app. We're going to click on the app. Okay, my Bluetooth should be on. I'm going to click on the device. Okay, I clicked on the device, and as you can see, it says the room temperature is 17.6 degrees.
Damn.
If we look down at the control module, it's showing 17 degrees. It's showing 17.6, and we're looking at about 17 degrees on my wall thermometer. Okay, so we're gonna let this thing heat up, and we're gonna see how long it actually takes to warm up the inside of the enclosed trailer. Okay, so I got the door closed off, and we're gonna see how long it takes to heat this thing up. So the way this app works, you got level and you got thermo. Level determines the fan speed. Thermo determines the temperature. So if I want to raise the temperature, I'm just gonna click on this plus sign, and I'm gonna put it on maximum. Okay, we're gonna just go to maximum. We're gonna go to level, and that's gonna turn up the fan speed. I'm gonna max it out, and we're on 10. I got a power button at the top. It shows the room temperature. Right now it's 19.4. Power level 10. It gives you run status, voltage, body temperature, altitude, level, and it got some other settings, which we don't have to go into those settings. The only thing we want to be concerned about is thermo, and that tells me the current temperature that it's set to, which is 97 degrees. Current temperature inside of this enclosed trailer, 21.2. And we're concerned about level, and that just turns up the fan speed. Okay, so we're gonna see how long it takes to actually heat up this enclosed trailer. degrees. And I'm gonna go out and just check the exhaust, make sure the exhaust is good, and then we're gonna just see how long it takes to heat up this enclosed trailer. So everything looks good on the exhaust. It's getting warm. Yeah. Underneath. So the exhaust is good. We're showing 23 degrees on the room temperature. Okay, our thermometer, we're showing just under 18 degrees inside of the enclosed trailer. And we're gonna just let this run to see how long it takes to heat everything up. I can operate it with the remote control, or I can operate it with my phone app, or you can operate it with the control module. So it's 3 ways to control the diesel fuel heater. It's not loud. It's not a real loud sound. I don't smell any diesel fuel or anything like that. I know some people online saying that the clicking sound would bother them. It only makes that clicking sound when it's heating up, when it's warming up. Once it starts, heating up, that sound is gonna go away. But it's really not that loud. It's not really an obnoxious sound. I think my main concern is just making sure that it heats the room up at a decent time and keeps the room maintained. I looked at the exhaust on it. Outside is venting excellent. Just looking at the temperature, it's 30 degrees in here right now. Looking at the ambient temperature on the wall, which is just going to take a while to kind of warm up. We're showing, right now we're still showing about 23 degrees on my wall temperature. I'm showing about 30 degrees. And of course it's going to be a higher temperature near the heater, okay? So we're just going to see how long it takes to heat this thing up. This is a real-time test to see how long it takes to heat this enclosed trailer up. So I think this is pretty cool because I could actually set this thing up and put my motorcycle in here. If I want to use it as a camper, all I have to do is just take out my air mattress. If you guys missed the video about my air mattress, you guys could click on the link. I got this thing at a real good deal, and all I have to do is just set it up right out here. Plenty of space. Also on the front of this heater, we need to turn on the CO2 detector. It's got a red light, and the CO2 detector will set off an alarm and shut this thing down in the event that exhaust was escaping and it was registering a certain level of CO2. So that's an extra safety feature. Also, I plan to put a carbon monoxide detector. I'm gonna hang it on the wall just as a secondary backup to the CO2 detector that's on the diesel fuel heater. Another thing I'm thinking about adding to my enclosed trailer is installing my Honda generator, a place to put my Honda generator to mount it on the front inside of an enclosure so I can lock it down. So if I use this enclosed trailer as a camper, I will have electricity. Probably even at a later date, maybe get an electrician to run me some conduit and put me a couple of wall outlets and a light fixture. So we're gonna check the temperature on this thing and just see how it's coming. I can feel it heating up. It's starting to actually warm up pretty well. I got my coffee, and we'll check the temperature on the module and compare it to the temperature that's on the wall. So near the diesel fuel heater, I'm showing 44 degrees on the wall. we're showing just under 40 degrees. So it's heating up. I mean, it's taking a minute, but it's actually warming up pretty well. I can feel it warming up nice and well. My battery that I installed, push the button, fully charged. If you guys like my battery, I'll leave a link where you guys can pick it up. One of the things about this battery is that it tells you right here on the top that it's a LiFePO4 12 volt. When I initially put that battery inside of my Gold Wing, some of you guys was concerned about the charger that's used to charge these things. According to the manufacturer, you're supposed to use a LiFePO4 charger. Basically, I have a two-way flat that's already mounted on the side of my battery. So when I need to charge it, all I have to do is just connect it to my battery tender. My battery tender is a 4.5 amp charger, and it charges AGM batteries and also lithium batteries. I actually use this to charge my Honda Gold Wing. So I put a two-way flat on this battery. So anytime I need to charge it, all I have to do is just plug it up right here at this connector. The other end connects to the diesel fuel heater, and I'll leave this plug on here. So anytime I need to run the diesel fuel heater to the battery, I just have to plug it in. And I use the same connector to charge my Honda Gold Wing. Okay, so all I have to do is plug it in here. But before I actually plug it in, I have to change it from lithium to AGM. So if I'm going to charge my Honda Gold Wing, I select AGM. Okay, and then I take my two-way flat, and I'm doing this with one hand, bear with me, and I plug it into my Honda Gold Wing. Okay, so this is how I keep the Honda Gold Wing charged. And it's almost charged, because when this green light is flashing, that means that it's almost charged. Okay, once it goes solid green, it means it's fully charged. So I just use the same charger to just charge the battery that I use on my diesel fuel heater. And it's starting to warm this enclosed trailer up, man. I can see where this thing is. It's gonna be a good addition to have inside of an enclosed trailer. You can use these things in a garage, like if you got a garage, or if you have a camper, an RV. I've seen people actually use these for their dog houses. They may have a pet.
So the doghouse usually stays around the 70-degree mark in this weather. So it definitely is working good. I haven't had any problems with this unit at all.
So I want all of you guys to chime in on this video and let me know what you guys think about this diesel fuel heater so far. I mean, is this something that you think that you would use around your shop? I think it's pretty cool. The hardest part about this diesel fuel heater is just running the exhaust. And I'm gonna leave a link for the additional pieces that I purchased to run the exhaust. That was the hardest part. Once you actually set the exhaust, the rest is simple. So right now we're looking at 59 degrees, almost 60 degrees near the floor. Looking on my thermometer, we're almost 50 degrees. So it's about a 10-degree temperature difference between the upper part of the enclosed trailer and near the diesel fuel heater.
A few moments later, 2,000 years later, one eternity later.
Several ways you can work this thing is via the app. You can work it with the remote control that came with the diesel fuel heater, or you can control it by the module here that came with the diesel fuel heater. So 3 ways: the module, the control module, the remote control, or you can control it with the app. So just using the app, I'm just gonna click on the power button here. gonna hit confirm to cut it off. Okay, now as you can see, it says stop heating. Once you shut it off, once you just shut it off, it's gonna continue to blow heat. Whether you're using the remote, whether you're using the control module, or whether you're using the app. Hit the power button one time, it's gonna shut itself off, but it's gonna continue to blow heat, okay? And that's warm too. It's gonna continue to blow heat. Do not hit off again. You don't wanna totally shut this thing off. And the reason why is that you can actually damage the fan turbine that's inside of this diesel fuel heater. So just remember, when you click it one time to shut it off, you're gonna see off, and it's gonna shut off, but it's still gonna run, and basically what it's doing is cooling the turbine down. It's cooling the fan down, okay? So it's continuing to blow even though it's on off. Once it brings the temperature all the way down, and then it'll just shut itself off totally. Don't force it off, or don't force it to stop blowing. Just hit off one time and let it shut itself down. So yeah, it raised the temperature about 50 degrees in about 40 minutes. And that's not bad for an enclosed trailer. So you can use the thing inside of a garage. You can use it inside of a shed. You know, many of you guys are like me. You work out of a shed, or you work out of your tool house, or, you work out of your pool room. Just some of you guys that are like me, you do a lot of work around the house. And if you have a, not a real big area, but just a large enough area, you could actually heat it with that diesel fuel heater. And they got other sizes as well. I mean, they got bigger diesel fuel heaters there at Vevor. So depending on the size you're looking for, but the toolbox heater, the one that I picked up for my enclosed trailer, it's perfect. I didn't think I was gonna really like it as much. I had my biggest concern was just being able to run the exhaust. I wasn't sure how I was gonna do it, but after giving it a lot of thought and just thinking about it, God kind of gave me the idea of what to actually do to run that exhaust, and it worked out. It worked out perfectly. Some people were saying that when they hear the clicking sound, it was loud. I didn't find that to be the case. The clicking sound was not loud to me. And then the clicking sound kind of stopped. Once it started heating up, the clicking sound went away. Some people put the diesel fuel heater outside. I find it best to have it inside of my enclosed trailer. That way I can, I can keep it out of the weather. I can keep an eye on it. So I think that's pretty nice. But so far I like it. I think it's great to have, especially if you guys want to use it as, to take it camping. That would be great. Just hook it to a DC battery, and you don't even have to have an AC outlet. So it's a pretty versatile diesel fuel heater. So on a scale of 5 stars, and 5 being the most, I give it 5 stars. I really like it. I'm gonna leave a link in the description of the video where you guys could go to the link and you can pick up that diesel fuel heater if you like at a discount. Also, I want all of my viewers to chime in on this video and let me know what you think. If you already have one, if you're thinking about picking one up, or just, your general thoughts, your comments just may help someone. So let me know what you think. Drop it down in the comment section below. I want all you guys to chime in on my video. If you like this video, I want you to click the like button. If you haven't already, I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And also click that bell notification. It's going to notify you every time I post a new video. And to my Caliente viewers that really want to support my channel, click on the membership. Become a member of the channel. I think it's only like $5 a month or something like that. And if you become a member of my channel, you're going to be able to see some videos that the regular viewers will not be able to see. if I'm traveling, you guys are going to know it before the regular viewers know that I'm actually traveling. So I just think it's great to be a member. And if you're not satisfied with the membership, you can always cancel at any time. Okay, you can always cancel at any time. You're not under any obligation. But it helps to support the channel. It helps for me to bring you guys some new content. So share this video with your friends, put it on your Facebook. Let me know what you think. This is your boy Chris, and I will talk to you guys later. Deuces.